Hello, trauma warriors. I'm Janae with Defeating Childhood Trauma, and welcome to round one of the Fear Circuit, the binge cut version. All five of my YouTube shorts stitched together into one continuous flow. In this round, we will meet the brain's first responders to fear. This is pure instinct, the body's lightning strike before the mind can even blink. So, let's roll that footage.
Why do I panic like the apocalypse is starting just because somebody texted, "We need to talk"? Same! I swear my fear system is like a chihuahua on espresso. And today, we're gonna see why. If you're a trauma survivor, you've probably felt your body slam the panic button before your mind checks the room. That's because your fear circuit runs on ancient wiring built for saber-toothed tigers, not text messages. And this is just round one of that system, the body first reflex. Everything on this board happens before logic can vote. In later rounds, we'll add new symbols as awareness, chemistry, and healing come online. So by the finale, you'll have the full fear to freedom map. At the top, we've got the thalamus, your brain's mailroom, forwarding every sight, sound, and sensation to whoever yells the loudest. It's usually the amygdala, the red panic triangle that screams, "Danger!" It calls the hypothalamus, your brain's switchboard operator, who flips the alarm system. Meanwhile, BNST, orange caution sign, paces the room whispering, "It could happen again." Ocean wave insula translates every racing heartbeat and gut drop into that feeling we call fear. Then comes the HPA axis. CRH fires the starting pistol. Pituitary amplifies the order. Adrenals release adrenaline for instant action, and cortisol for endurance fuel. All of this funnels into the PAG, the brain's architect that drafts blueprints for freeze, run, or fight. None of this is malfunction. It's survival engineering. This whole reflex fires in about 12 milliseconds, long before your mind even knows there's a problem. The real issue? Trauma keeps this system on standby 24/7. Tomorrow, we're zooming in on the middle managers, the hypothalamus and BNST. Once you see how they start the alarm and keep it running, you'll understand why calm isn't a mindset. It's a circuitry. Why does my body act like there's a tiger in the kitchen just because my phone buzzed? Because our brain's middle managers don't do chill. Let's meet those middle managers. Meet the hypothalamus. This little switchboard does more than just handle stress. It oversees hunger, sleep, hormones, body temperature. It's basically the whole mind-body control tower. When the amygdala screams, "Danger!" the hypothalamus grabs its red phone and flips every switch that launches the HPA axis. It's like a command center that routes every neurotransmitter call through the body's alarm system. Now over here's the BNST, and that's short for bed nucleus of stria terminalis. And yeah, no one has time for that, so we call it the BNST. BNST is home of our fear memory. If the amygdala freaks out over what just happened, the BNST remembers what usually happens next. It's the brain's pattern recognition department, the one that anticipates danger based off old data. So when trauma repeats, the BNST starts predicting pain before it happens. That's why you can feel unsafe when nothing is happening. Your body's not reacting to the moment. It's reacting to the pattern. So, in office terms, the hypothalamus is the overworked manager juggling 800 projects and accidentally prioritizing panic over everything else. The BNST is the intern pacing the hallway, muttering, "Should I pull the fire alarm again, just to be safe?" Both areas mean well. They're trying to keep you alive. But after trauma, the dials get stuck. The hypothalamus keeps reflipping the alarm, and the BNST keeps replaying old fear memories like reruns. It's not overreacting, it's overprotecting. But living in permanent readiness drains the whole system. Tomorrow, we'll follow the HPA axis, the chemical relay race from CRH to pituitary to adrenals, firing adrenaline and cortisol through the system. That's where the body starts living on stress fuel, and we'll finally see how the chemistry locks fear in the bloodstream. Why does it feel like we drink 12 Red Bulls every time something stressful happens? Because our hormones keep holding a track meeting we never signed up for. Exactly. Let's follow this race happening inside your bloodstream. Welcome to the HPA axis, your hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands. It's the hormone relay that launches your stress response. First up, the hypothalamus fires a chemical called corticotropin releasing hormone. We call it CRH because, let's be honest, nobody wants to say that 10 times fast. I've given it the gun symbol because it's literally the starter pistol for this whole race. Then the pituitary pick up that signal and yell orders to the adrenal glands, which release adrenaline for instant action and cortisol for endurance. In small doses, this system is genius. It gives you superhuman reflexes. But when trauma keeps the gun cocked, the relay never ends. Adrenaline stays on the track, cortisol keeps the fuel burning, and your body forgets how to stop the race. You just need to calm down and think positive. That'll fix your hormones. Thanks, Captain Useless. We'll just tell our hypothalamus to stop firing the starter pistol. Genius. Not. This is your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. But when trauma keeps CRH firing, adrenaline and cortisol become your baseline instead of your backup. The system forgets how to power down, and that's why survivors can feel wired, tired, and trapped in fight or flight even on the couch. Tomorrow, we'll meet the insula, your body's emotional translator. The part that lets you feel fear in your gut or your chest. Once you see how the mind and body sync up, the fear circuit will start making perfect sense. You know that feeling when you're scared? Chest tighten, stomach flip, and you feel the heat crawling up your neck? No, I don't feel any of that. I just move, like my body skips the feeling part. Hey, how can we both be scared if we feel it so different? Perfect question, and you're both right. Meet the insula, your body's translator. Its job is to take all your body data and translate it into feelings. The thalamus sends raw sensory info, amygdala adds danger, and the HPA axis that you met in the last episode floods you with adrenaline and cortisol. And the insula reads it all and turns it into a felt experience. Racing heart, tight chest, butterflies, chills. Okay, so when I panic for no reason, that's just my insula yelling, "Storm incoming!" Exactly. In a hyperactive insula, the body's group chat lights up. Every muscle, heartbeat, and breath screaming, Urgent! And when I don't feel anything, mine's in low power mode. In a hypoactive insula, the group chat still sends to the insula. The insula just forwards it up the chain faster than it can label it. So the logical circuitry becomes the translator instead. That's why in a hypoactive insula, you get lightning fast action commands like, get out the way of a moving train, without feeling panic first. It's running the alert through logic instead of sensations. Different route, same alarm. Whether your body screams or goes silent, your insula is still doing its job. The difference is in how loud the translator is playing the signal. Neither is wrong. Both are signs of a system that learned from survival. Tomorrow, we'll meet the PAG, the reflex commander that decides what we do with the fear signal. Freeze, run, or fight.
You need to just face your fears.
Sure, Captain Useless. I'll just tell my brainstem to stop being a brainstem. Now, for the people who actually want to understand what's happening here, meet the PAG, the Reflex Commander. If you've been following this series, you already know. If a brain part has initials, it stands for a mouthful of, I don't feel like seeing all that. So here you go. PAG stands for periaqueductal gray. The PAG lives deep inside your brainstem, which is why I have it down here. When the thalamus spots a threat, the amygdala pulls the alarm, and the HPA axis floods you with adrenaline and cortisol. All gets sent up to the insula so you feel it, and then the PAG takes over. It decides your emergency choreography. Freeze, hold still, gather data. Run, legs go, digestion shut off. Fight, incredible strength, and cut the pain. The pain-cutting part is called analgesia. It's your body's temporary pain blocker. And the reason people in danger can run on a broken leg or not notice an injury until hours later. It's basically your body saying, all feelings canceled until further notice. So the PAG is your body's emergency director who tolerates no committee meetings and definitely no debates.
So my PAG is like a drill sergeant screaming, move! Well, mine must have learned jazz. Sometimes I freeze mid-sprint.
Exactly. The PAG doesn't think, it executes. It's working off trauma blueprints written from old alarms. Everything in round one, thalamus, amygdala, HPA, insula, PAG, all fire in just 12 milliseconds. Picture this. Someone safe walks into the room unexpectedly and you jump. The PAG just executed its blueprint before your mind even knew who it was. Then logic catches up, like, oh, it's just my friend, false alarm. But what happens when the mind catches up and realizes, oh no, this is real danger? That's where round two begins, when the mind catches on. Tomorrow, we'll add more symbols to this board as round two comes online. So in those 12 milliseconds, your body's already sprinting. Adrenaline up, cortisol on deck, while your conscious mind is still finding its seat. Next round, we'll see what happens after those first milliseconds, when your brain finally catches up and tries to make sense of what your body already did. Forged in trauma, rising as warriors.